G'day, mates. Are you guys ready to join me on a great adventure? I've heard I can find one of the greatest treasures in Australia right here. Wait, let's get some light so you can see your fearless hero. Ouch! Ah. That would be me. I'm a professor in democracy.
You don't know who to vote for class president, do you? Both Becca and Liam would make great class presidents, but you can only vote for one. Moby, you have to vote. It's a part of being a good citizen. What is a citizen?
A citizen is a member of a group or a community. A citizen can be a small community, like a classroom, or a large community, like a city. Citizenship also involves playing an active part in a society. Citizens are members of a state or a nation. Citizenship is a process of being such a member. It is how we make a society work together.
Okay, so now let's look at a scholarly definition of a citizen. A citizen is a participatory member of a political community. Citizenship is gained by meeting the legal requirements of a nation, state, or a local government. A nation grants certain rights and privileges to its citizens. In return, citizens are expected to obey their country's laws and defend it against its enemies. What is Australian citizenship? The notion of citizenship can be difficult to define, partly because the word itself is widely understood to have at least two meanings. It sometimes refers to a political category. At other times, it describes membership of a community. It can also be used to define a generally accepted mode of social behavior. While citizenship is not mentioned in Australian Constitution, the category of citizen does exist, and it confers a number of privileges and obligations. Australian citizenship can be conferred by birth, adoption, descent, or grant of citizenship. Citizenship is described in a number of acts by the Australian government, most notably the Australian Citizenship Act of 1948 and 2007. When Australian residents become citizens, they are granted the right to vote in state and federal elections and to respect their fellow Australians by standing for election. They are also able to serve on a jury and to travel freely in and out of Australia. Australia has not always been a democratic society. Some people in society have the same rights and opportunities as others. Today, all Australian citizens are protected by the Australian Constitution. Today, due to Australia's strong social and welfare policies, Australian citizenship has little practical effect on the everyday situation of the permanent migrant. People who are permanent residents have the same access as citizens to the National Health Program and public education at the primary and secondary school level. They also have some access to welfare support and public tertiary education. Many are also eligible for special settlement services to help them take part in mainstream life as soon as possible. Like we discussed earlier, all Australian citizens over 18 must be eligible to vote in elections. This is an important part of a democracy and active citizenship. What is the parliament system all about?
Look at Parliament House. If you want to know about how Australia is governed, this is where it happens. Did you know there are actually two houses in the Australian Federal Parliament? The Senate and the House of Representatives. There are 150 seats in the House of Representatives, and they need to be filled. Let me explain.
The national government is a multi-tiered system. In Australia, we have one national parliament, 6 state parliaments, 2 territory parliaments, and over 650 local councils. The federal government receives its money mostly through income taxes. State governments receive more than half of their money from federal governments, and local councils collect taxes from property owners and receive grants from state and federal governments. The federal government deals with national issues such as security, immigration, defense, and the environment. The state government is concerned with matters such as roads and railways, police, ambulance and firefighter services, schools and hospitals. The local government deals with town planning, dog control, water and rubbish collection, to name a few. I'm sure you are all aware by now of the results of the elections just last Saturday.